Hey man, thank you guys for watching the content, watching all of the interviews. Make sure you like, subscribe, and also leave a comment, man. Vibing with Vito. Just take 1 second out your day and leave a comment, like, or subscribe. Let's get back to the interview. Okay, we live in the crib, Vibing with Vito. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on the YouTube at Vibing with Vito. Also follow us on the Instagram at Vibing with Vito. You already know the slogan, we vibrating higher. I got my brother in the building. Introduce yourself to the people. I'm excited about this interview and this episode. You know what I'm saying? We go a long way back. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for him, you probably wouldn't have heard me on the song Let's Go Shopping and that whole little run that we had back then. But introduce yourself to the people.
Jeremy Backpack Miller.
What's up, bro?
What's up, man? I'm glad I'm here.
2025. Yes, the reunite is real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How you speaking of 2025, how's your year been going so far?
Man, I can't complain. I'm here. I'm blessed. A lot of people didn't make it, so yeah.
That's a good way to look at it, for real. For real. I mean, I feel like that right there, a lot of people take for granted. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to wake up, being able to breathe, being able to, you know what I'm saying, talk to your loved ones, you know what I'm saying, having an opportunity to say, you know what, whatever I'm chasing, I get another day, another opportunity.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how I feel, right.
Tell the people where they can find you. Tell the people where, you know, take it back. You know what I'm saying? Let's start on the journey. Where did it all begin?
Right. Man, they can find me everywhere though. Backpack Miller on everything. But
facts.
Man, where do we start, man? We went back to just grinding and working at Six Flags.
Six Flags. That's where I met you. Yeah, for real.
We could take it back. Yeah, we were just working hard and grinding from there. And then we was doing parties, throwing parties at that time.
Facts.
Trying to just get into the entertainment side of things.
Facts.
And kind of figured it out. While throwing parties, that this is what I wanted to do as far as producing and, man, just trying different things, management, production, just everything.
Yeah, facts. So when you first started like producing and stuff like that, did you have what type of mind frame did you have? Because we'll talk about all your accolades and stuff and you hit the ground running, but like what was your ultimate goal, like, you know what I'm saying, or was it just for fun, or it was
just for fun? Remember, I was just really trying to help you,
facts.
You were kind of just motivating me to try different things. We couldn't find no engineer, so I was trying to learn how to record.
Facts.
Then watching the guys come in and make beats, or we were trying to find beats, and it was just like, all right, I'll do it, and I just always been like that. If we can't find somebody to do it, I'm gonna step in and try to do it or learn about it, so we can cut the middleman out. And that's how I always looked at things, like, how can I get rid of the middleman and just handle it?
Facts. Nah, that's dope. Do you remember the first beat you made?
Man, I really don't. I was just like remaking beats. I remember that, like we was like always just trying stuff. I just remember like remaking like some Drake songs and like
facts.
I just remember all of that, and I'm like, from remaking stuff, that's how I started to take things serious. Like, oh man,
facts.
This really do sound like the original. So
that's dope. I feel like when we first started initially, you know what I'm saying, and we linked up together and stuff like that, I feel like the sound of music was kind of different from the beats that you were making. You know what I'm saying? So I always saw like the progressive like ear that you had, you know what I'm saying, in terms of like, because you was making stuff that like can go right now today,
right
back in the day, you know what I'm saying?
Right. That's crazy.
And you never really made like a futuristic beat for real.
No.
I think KC the Beat Monster came in and y'all started collabing together on like certain sounds like that, but I wouldn't, even though you popped around that time and, you started like doing placements, I wouldn't categorize you as like one of those producers that like was like a futuristic.
Yeah. Nah, I wouldn't put myself
like the KEs and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They were very influential, you know what I'm saying, in what I was doing. And then, I play keys, I play piano, I play violin growing up. So it's just my ear was always different, but I could mimic what what I would hear.
Yeah,
what was being done.
Facts. Did you did you start playing in the church or like how?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yep,
See, when I say
Started
take
playing
us
in the
back,
church.
take us back.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Because I always heard like the soul and different
Right.
things in your beats too as well. So I never asked you that question. So it's crazy
that's crazy, right?
I kind of already knew. You know what I'm saying? But tell the people like, was that something that you know what I'm saying? You like did somebody force you to do it, or you took interest in like, hey, I'm at church, I want to just do this for
Forced to do. Yeah.
right.
My grandparents, my granddad was a pastor, grandma, right behind him, but it was just them seeing or hearing, well, they needed help. They needed help in the church. They had just started their church and they needed a drummer and they needed a piano player. So my grandma bought a piano and just sat it up there, and it just sat there in the front of the church for a long time. She told me to get up there and play. And I was like, I don't know how to play. Feet dangling and everything. She was like, just get up there and play. So I sat up there every Sunday, just sitting there and just ding, ding, ding. Started with, just pressing one note. And they were moving to that one little key. Dang. And I was like, okay, one key went to two keys. And then I started, just playing by ear. And then, hey, started playing for my church.
Dang. So you never really learned how to play the piano like properly, or did you just kind of guess? I
took lessons one time when I was 5 years old. My mom put me and my brother in lessons. He took drums and I took piano. And that's why she did it, because the church needed help. So funny story, I took that lesson at one time. I learned keys and how to read the notes, and then from there I never went back. I just started playing by ear.
Dang, that's crazy. Who were some of your biggest influences, like, you know what I'm saying, like coming up, like, because like it's so many producers that are great, you know what I'm saying, right. Like who were some of your influences?
When I started to take music serious, I would say Kanye. Of course, Zaytoven, definitely, because he had a similar background. And then I know people always joke with me and be like, you look Zaytoven, you look like Zaytoven. But right. I just always watched him. And I mean, that was somebody that grew up in the church. Same thing. He played for rappers and all of that. And growing up in the church, you always hear like, stay away from that side of things. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from the rappers. Don't be doing that type of music. So I kept watching Zay real close, like, and to just see him still mimic, you know what I'm saying, with parents like that's in the church and that background, like.
Facts.
Yeah.
Nah, that's dope. That's super dope. Dang, that's crazy. Who was the first artist that you really was working with, like locked in with? Was it 4-5 The Fever?
Oh man, yeah, 4-5.
Okay.
Yeah. It was 4-5. I mean, but before 4-5, it was some guys at my school. It was some guys, Seti B, Quint. I still talk to those guys, and Sarah, it was a girl named Sarah that sang, but we had like a little group. We called ourselves like Trill Boys Production or something. That's like hard. That. And we actually went to pastor that my grandfather knew. He had a studio and he played keys. We used to record at his house, but we couldn't curse and all of that. So
yeah. Facts.
I used to take them to the studio at his house and be recording. So yeah, that was like the first little, interaction with artists, and I was trying to make beats for them and get it going. So, and then 4-5 came in, and 4-5 tried to just step in and do all type of stuff, man.
Yeah, facts. Nah, that's crazy, man. I got $1 million question for you, man. Everybody that sits on this couch, I have the honor to ask them. Now I have the honor to ask you, how big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail?
Man, I would definitely dream way bigger than what I've accomplished. I never seen myself doing this much, but if I could dream again, I would have, reached for the stars for real. Like, I would have gave it my all. I'm a little older now, with time, but I just wish I could, just start over, and I would have gave it so much more than what I gave it.
but the thing is, like, I love that honesty and transparency, like, you know what I'm saying, with your answer. I feel like every day that you get to wake up, you can start over, bro.
Right.
Like, so I feel like and a lot of things that you have done, bro, people they're dreaming to do that. That's true. You know what I'm saying? That's like, true. Bro, and I don't want to like do the name dropping and stuff, because I want you to do that first. Right. And throughout this episode, but like, and we'll talk about everybody that you work with. But like, bro, I feel like you have accomplished so much, bro. Man. You know what I'm saying? And by yourself though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people kind of had like ways in. You know what I'm saying? You kind of made it out of no way. A lot of people were already friends with each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
I feel like in this game, it's like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like on the rap side and the producers and production side, it's like small little cults.
It is.
And everybody works together and stuff like that. And like if you're not one of them, it's kind of hard for you to get in. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I've dealt with that on the music side. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to literally just, bro, I'm Vito. You know what I'm saying? Like you never really see Vito with like a bunch of rappers. Although I worked with a lot of people, you never just see me in the midst of that. And I kind of feel like me and you have the same way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like, okay, y'all over here with it. All right, we gonna go over here and turn this over here up. We gonna turn over here up. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I say all that to say like, bro, when you say you wish you can go back and do more, like bro, or do it over, bro, I feel like start now, nigga. Like you know what I'm saying? You can start now, because like and stand on your name, because don't ever shit on you.
Exactly.
Don't shit on yourself. You feel me? Like you nigga, you that nigga. Like you did a lot, bro, for real.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That, yeah.
Nah, for sure.
I need to hear that, and that's what keeps me going, because I have my days where, you know, I be like, man, you know, I don't hear, you know, those type of compliments, or you know, in my head or in my ear. I'm always hearing the negative, you know, or hating, just the silent hate, like not saying nothing, or, you know, turning the shoulder to me, and you know, and I be feeling it. I might not, you know, I can feel energy, so I be feeling when guys don't mess with me. Oh, I'm not the bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm not in the producer bro circle and all of that. I can feel that, and sometimes it's, you know, discouraging, you know, just being honest. You know?
Facts.
I don't say nothing, but I still keep going, you know, I keep grinding, but like I said, I appreciate that.
Nah, it's love.
Like you said, it's every day that I wake up is another chance to start over and do even more great things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I want to just keep putting it in your face, and that's how I feel now. Like I just, whatever I'll set my mind to now, I know I can do it.
Facts. What was the most challenging like thing like for you during this whole journey? What was the most challenging thing without, you know, throughout this whole process of you like becoming who you are?
Just not listening to people. Like that's been the challenge. Yeah, just, you know, we see what we see on Instagram, social media, and like, yeah, it's like I say, it could get discouraging sometimes, because you just, it just can make you feel a way like you gotta do certain things, you know what I'm saying, that you don't want to do to fit in, you know, or to just be in a circle, and that ain't me. Like,
facts.
I don't have to do, you know, certain things just to fit in. So that's the most challenging thing, just trying to remain true to myself and be myself at all times, no matter what. Like,
facts. When you say true to yourself, I'm gonna ask you a question. Who is Jay Miller inside versus like what the physical, like the physical realm can see? Like, who is Jay Miller inside? Like what are some things that like make you like feel like super fulfilled? You know what I'm saying?
Just being humble, and just always reaching back to help somebody. You know, no matter where I go in life, I always feel like my purpose is to reach back and help somebody else get, you know what I'm saying, higher, you know, to the next level. Like, and that's me. And I don't think a lot of people be realizing that. They think I'm trying to, I don't know, pass them up, shit on them.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Nah, it's like, me, I'm so down to help. I don't be charging people for stuff. You know how certain people take this camp and come sign up, and I've never been that way. Like, I never did anything for money. Like, oh, I'm doing this to help you so I can get some money off of you. Like, I never looked at it like that.
Yeah,
just no matter what. I don't care if it's production, just giving game, knowledge, and it's just, I just feel like helping somebody, like especially our people. We don't get that. You know, I'm a young black man that's very successful, and you know, I've lived a long time compared to a lot of our friends and homies. Like, so I just feel like, that's Jay Miller. Like, Jay Miller gonna always help no matter what.
Facts. When you were in your 20s, right? A lot of times people say they take like the 20-year, like your 20-year run, like, you know what I'm saying, your 20s, and you kind of like F off and you do different things, you know what I'm saying? What do you feel like shaped you? I'm switch the dynamic and the perception of like the 20s. What do you think shaped you and prepared you for like your 30s?
Just what? A lot. Just living life, life itself. You know, just realizing how. I mean, I feel like I grew up pretty fast. You know, I did a lot of things at a young age that people are just now doing now. I feel like, you know, that helped a lot. You know, kind of like, oh, I got that out the way. So I just started maturing, you know, as I got older in my 20s, I'm living like I'm in my 30s, like
Facts.
just taking my time with things, approaching things different and seeing things different. I never was the one to run with the crowd anyway. So yeah, just the 20s just taught lessons, like life lessons, you know.
Facts. Do you feel like okay, because everybody like growing up, we always used to look at a person like, oh, you 30? Oh, you 40? You old? You know what I'm saying? Until I of course, and you know, I'm in my 30s now, but I had met a guy one time. He was an older gentleman. He was like, man, he told me, and it stuck with me to this day. He said, success at 50 still feels the same. You still get the same excitement as success at 20s, in your 20s.
Yeah. And
I was like, I started looking at life a little bit different. It's like we chase success and we deem success based off of the age, and I feel like that's just in our culture. Because like, bro, like you can look at like rock and roll artists and stuff like that. They still be playing in their damn 70s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We feel like, oh, you old. Oh, damn, you an old rapper because you 40 years old. Like, why do you feel like we put that much stress on ourselves and to become successful and to also, you know, like do, like, you know what I'm saying? Just do what you know, chasing your dream and do what you need to do.
I feel like, I mean, especially being a black man, like a lot of us die young or in jail early. Like, so it is so rare to see somebody in their 30s or late 40s or whatever age, just past 30, accomplishing things, doing things. Like, we don't see that as black people. Like, we don't see a lot of older men still doing their thing. Like, yeah, so when you do see it, you like, oh, you old, because it's not a lot of us. So you feel like, oh yeah,
damn,
everybody old that's doing that. No, it's just rare. You know, we not even old, it's just rare. Like,
damn.
Yeah, I'm like, because I'm around different cultures all day, and the older men are doing what we're doing in our 30s, you know, and I'm like, I don't look at them as old.
Yeah,
I
facts.
just look at them as like, dang, they successful, they mature. But yeah, I don't know why we keep, you know, talk like that to each other, like, oh, you old.
Yeah, I feel like it's because we try so hard to become successful.
Yeah,
I feel like we wind up like putting like astronomical like goals on ourselves, to where it's like, if you don't reach this at this age, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's over with.
Right.
I feel like it's the only way that it's over is when you die.
Exactly. I feel the same way, right?
Bro,
it ain't over
like,
till you did.
I think I was watching I was reading something on Instagram, like the dude that created Walmart. I think he started that in like his 60s or something.
Yeah.
You don't fact check me on that, but I think I'm correct on that. Like, I was on Instagram and it was like the dude Kentucky Fried Chicken too. That dude started that late in his life. You know what I'm saying? Ford started that late in his life.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, like, I feel like us wanting to become like successful rappers or producers and stuff like that, we feel that this is a young man's game.
Yeah.
Bro, it is a every man's game. That's how I look at it. It is a every man's game, nigga.
Yeah, that's true.
Facts.
That's true. And if you fail early, it's still not over. We give up too so quick. You know what I'm saying? We'll try things and then, oh, I failed when I was 26 or whatever, so you don't want to give it a shot no more. You feel like, yeah, I'm out the game now, I'm too old. No, keep going, keep trying, try something different.
Yeah, facts.
You know, even if you accomplish something early, try something else now. Like,
facts.
You know,
man, it's just crazy, bro. Like I was somebody had asked me, he was like, so what do you get out of like interviewing people, right? And I was like, bro, what I get out of it is like, I get to interview my friends. Like, I get to interview like people that I watched start from nothing, and they accomplished, you know, their dreams.
Right.
That's what I get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because like, me talking to you and me talking to different people that I had on the couch, it's like, I'm looking at my reflection in you. Yeah. And knowing that like, what I'm doing, I'm going to be successful at what I'm doing as long as I continue to do so. And you mentioned one thing, you said, we just quit so easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm super proud that I never quit, and I'm glad that you never quit too.
I'm glad you never quit.
Because we had the opportunity. We fell out. We had opportunities to say, you know what, bro, this junk ain't for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like, me looking at you, Jay, and it's like, this nigga got platinum plaques. Yeah. This nigga worked with Ray Sherman and all of these people, and it's like, damn. Yeah. Like, bro, me knowing you and knowing everybody else that's successful, it just lets me know, like, nigga, I'm around the right people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Bro, so how was it, talking about Ray Sherman, how was that experience working with them? You know what I'm saying? And to have a song go crazy with them like that.
Right. I mean, in the beginning, I didn't know that it was going to do that, you know. I was just working. They was a new group. So, you know how it is with new groups. You don't know at that time. You like, this either can go, it's going to stay here, or it's going to be gone tomorrow. But to see them, you know, have the longevity that they had and watch them grow up, and still to, you know, that to know that one of the songs I did for them is still around and they still get happy about it, it makes me feel good. Because like I say, we didn't see that potential. Like,
can we tell the people the song though? We ain't gonna keep it a mystery. We ain't gonna keep it a mystery. What song did you produce for Ray Sherman?
Lit Like Bic on their debut album. It was the first song. So
the first song,
the intro. So it was like, you know, like man, like, dang, I was the introduction to, you know, their debut, their career. So
that's crazy, bro.
Crazy.
So when they picked that song and they were like, yeah, we're gonna go with it, like, was it a call that somebody called you, or like, like how was that conversation?
Oh man, that shout out to Steve Habicki, man. He was recording them at the time, and he's the one that actually played the beat for them and told them to try it. Like,
that's hard.
You know, they're signed to Mike Will, so of course a platinum producer, mega producer. You know, I was just honored to just even get in the mix with them, because he didn't need my production.
Yeah, right.
He got his own, you know, thing going on.
His own machine.
Yeah, so when Mike called me, I was actually working at Delta out there on the ramp, man, and he called and he was like, where you at? He could hear the planes in the background. I'm like, I'm at work. He's like, man, you about to quit that job. Like, I'm about to shoot a video to this song and it's about to go. He was like, you might as well get ready to quit. I was like, what?
Facts.
For real? So, you know, I didn't quit that day, but I kept working. And I mean, eventually, man, like, I think as soon as the album came out, it came out in January. Like 2 weeks later, I just walked out the job. Like, dang, I'm done. They didn't know what was going on. I just quit. Walked out, man.
How did that feel? How did that feel, bro?
Man, I don't know. It's like I was just numb to it.
And like, you bet on yourself. Like at that one, once you got that call, you bet on yourself.
I bet on myself, and it wasn't no dollar amount that came. It wasn't no promises about this or that. I think I had some friends in town. We was making beats, and they seen me too. They was like, "You serious? You about to quit?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't know what's about to happen." I said, "I'm about to just take a chance and just keep doing it. Like, I'm just about to give it my all," and I did. I never looked back, bro. Never looked back. Never worked again.
Damn.
Never worked again.
Damn. I had to like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
So like, when you bet on yourself, and a lot of times people always talk about it, but like, to get these stories, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like, I just can't wait to be like, bro, like, and I know it's coming.
It's coming.
But so like, when you quit and you trusted God fully in that moment, and you trusted your abilities and, like, you know, what you can do.
Right.
How, like, what doors open for you once you did that? Once you said, I'm betting 100% on myself and I'm trusting God, what doors open for you?
Man, so many doors. Just, I mean, God took care of me from that moment on. Like I said, it wasn't no dollar amount that came, nothing. It was just faith and just stepping out there and just trusting my God-given talent to just take me somewhere. And I started just doing production. You know, I just kept making beats, and my beats just started floating around. Just started going from there.
Damn.
Started getting calls, like different A&Rs from different labels that, of course, they look up who's on the records, and they start calling me, emailing me, hey, I need stuff for Kevin Gates. I got a record with Kevin Gates right after that. Like, and it just kept going from there. It was like, hey, I need records for such and such. And I was just trying to deliver. Like,
damn.
That's dope.
That's dope. This segment of the show, I want to shout out our sponsors. I just checked the mail, man, and I got a new sponsor. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Rise Mushroom Coffee. My mom was the one that introduced me to this brand and this product. If you want to improve your gut health, also we have the probiotic creamer. We also have some hot cocoa back there too as well. Shout out to the brand. Thank you guys for taking a chance on me. And if you guys want to purchase this, hit my link below. You'll get a discount code. Let's get back to the interview. But yeah, bro, so like, trusting yourself and trusting God has always been something that, like, everybody has always told me these stories, and it's like, I'm glad to be able to hear these and see what God has done for you. Because like I mean, it's just trusting God is that's dope. That's dope. Let's go to your next song, man. Bro, I just want to rolly with a dab of ranch. How the hell did that song come about? How did you link with these boys? And like, bro, like to have a song go how many times platinum?
Man, I honestly,
that's like what, 6 times platinum?
6 times. I heard it's really like diamond if you add up all the streams. We got over 1 billion streams on it, like more than 1 billion, like almost 2 billion. But yeah, that song went crazy for me, and for it to be a single, like yeah, that's what I needed.
Damn.
But that story with those guys, AYO and TEO, is actually crazy because I tell people I did the melody. My boy Bless did the drums,
okay,
and he put it together. But I was actually living in Houston. I had just moved out to Houston. Was staying out there, was trying to figure it out. I had linked with some guys from Rap A Lot and stuff. Like my uncle tried to plug me in out there, But I tell people all the time, like I wasn't in a good space, when I made that. Like I was really depressed, bro.
So wait, how were you depressed when you had like the biggest song in the world?
Because it wasn't the biggest song at that time. At that time, I had the Ray Shrimmer placement, but things had started to slow down, and a lot of people don't know that about music. Like, yeah, once you catch one, you gotta keep going, but things slow down, and it was slowing down for me, and I was just like, okay, what's next for me? And I don't have a team, so I didn't have management or somebody working my beats. It was just all me, and I was just like getting sad, like dang, nothing coming through, and I felt like people started to like gatekeep because I wasn't signing to them. I didn't sign no pub deal, I didn't sign no management, so people were just kind of like blocking me out, like pushing me away. Producers, pushing me away. So like I said, I wasn't in a good headspace, but I made that melody, and it was actually supposed to be a sad melody.
so because of how you were feeling, you made a sad melody, and it turned out to be a damn hit.
You're right, a dancing song, a dancing hit. So yeah, I sent that to sent the melody to Bless. He was here in the studio with the guys AYO and TEO, and he had told me to just send him some stuff for Future. I think he said he was about to get in the studio with Future or something like that, and he was just like, send me something like that. So where I played the keys and stuff. So yeah, I sent him the melody. Man, he called me back like 2 days later, was like, bro, we got a hit. He was like, these guys, they just made a song. And I'm like, okay. He was like, they're big on YouTube, they dance. I'm like, they dance? He was like, yeah, this gonna be their first song. They put it on YouTube, and it was just going. I think we had like 1 million views in like 4 days. So
what?
Yeah, they were booming off that song. So people started dancing to it. And from there, I think that, we get the call about like, let's push it, let's get it going. And I was down. I'm like, yeah, let's go. And the rest is just history. But
damn. And then can we talk about like other things too?
Yeah,
okay, so you had a trying situation that happened during the break of that song.
Right.
You were hit with a lawsuit.
Yep.
Can we talk about like that and kind of encourage, like tell people like exactly what to do and what not to do when signing management contracts?
Right, man. Don't man, get you a lawyer before you sign anything. Just just anything. And I mean, that song took off for me. And like halfway through the year, I get the the email from university. I mean, not university, but Universal. My lawyer hit me and was like, hey, they talking about cease and desist. I'm like, what? What's going on? Like, froze the money. So I had to deal with that. And it was somebody claiming that, not only did I sign management, but they were like, in my management deal, it had a % owed to them, like from any records that I did. I'm like, what? I'm like, out of all the records I've been doing, like, why they coming after this one? I had been producing songs, but they weren't making no money like that. But this one was just, like I say, it was that hit. So yeah, they came in, man. They stopped my money. I didn't collect no money. I didn't for like a whole year. So that song had been out a whole year making money. I couldn't touch it. Everybody else on the record, they did their thing because they wasn't, they wasn't involved with me. So I was just sitting on the sideline, just watching everything, watching all the videos, people sending me videos. I wasn't happy. I'm like, oh, okay. They like, everybody dancing to your song. I'm like, yeah, okay, I can't touch it. So,
damn.
And I had to sit back and just handle that situation. It's done, we settled or whatever, but yeah, that was just a trying time as well. I'm like, dang, I just got out of this little funk, and then I got, jumped right back into something else. But yeah, I tell everybody, read that stuff. Don't just sign it, and don't trust everybody, because that guy was, a good friend of mine for years, and just for him to take me through a loophole like that was just crazy.
So did that? Damn, sorry that happened. So did that kind of like make you more ambitious or more hungry, or kind of set you back a little bit?
Kind of set me back a little bit. Like I was not motivated to make anything, because I, first of all, didn't know if I had kept going or did something else that they would come after that record too, so I was just kind of hesitant till things just died down or whatever till we figured it out. Yeah, so I wasn't like trying to get anything else going, because I just didn't know how it was gonna be handled.
Damn, bro. Damn. And to this day, the song is still going up.
Still going.
So after a year, you got a nice little bit.
Oh, a nice little bit.
And you was happy
I was
again.
happy, right? Happy again.
So basically, we're just saying, like, wait until the storm ends.
Exactly.
It'll be good again.
Exactly.
Damn.
Yes, I weathered through the storm, and and it was, and then I was able to celebrate and enjoy the moments,
Damn.
What I mean? And just sit back and kind of really see my success, because the song kept going. I thought it was going to die down, when they froze everything. I was like, they kind of pulled it off the radio, well, not pulled it off, but they wasn't putting no money behind it no more because of,
but it just kept on going.
Scenes, but it kept going.
So they had to.
They didn't even have to. It just kept doing. It's still doing this thing, like with no hard. Push, with no label push, no backing. It just organically just grew, man. And I just thank God for that.
Man, damn. With the weight of the world on your shoulders, success at the palm of your hands, how do you respond when adversity knocks at your door?
Man, just you gotta keep your head up, keep praying, and just keep going, man. Like, don't look at what you see with your eyes. You gotta know that and trust the unknown. Like, you gotta believe that I'm bigger than whatever I'm going through. I'm gonna make it. And I feel like, honestly, man, just growing up, we've been through way bigger things than that. Like, so that really was nothing. I just was like, let me just get through this. It was that was nothing compared to that.
Bro, I want to throw something in there. A funny thing, bro. When me and you was working, bro, I remember we did like 30 songs, bro.
Right.
And then you took the songs and you put out the I'm So Fake album.
Oh.
Remember you did that, bro? And then, nigga, you put that shit on Facebook and it started going up.
Right, it started going up,
that
man.
shit off.
Right.
Bro, hey, bro, we got so many memories together, bro. Like, and like, bro, like, even from like recording the Let's Go Shopping, like, I think we was in that studio every day for like 7 hours a day, probably sometimes longer than that.
Right.
Bro, I used to like not go to work and come straight there, bro.
Straight there, record, man. And boy, we done did so many shows. I just remember just on the grind, just doing them shows with
bro.
You. Oh my God,
bro, like, that was crazy.
And I just know that me seeing that with you, I know that these artists not doing enough. Not always. Remember that with working with you, just the grind that you had, like. It had to be done like that. Going to strip clubs. Remember, we had to get the DJs and get the DJs on the record. Sending the DJ. It's the same thing. I tell people that now. It's the same game plan. Like, it ain't changed. Just because we on social media. Yeah, you still need to put it on social media, but the grind in the streets is real. Like, yeah, you showed me that, and I carry that with me today. Like, yeah,
facts, bro. I feel like all of those songs, bro, I feel like, bro, Let's Go Shopping was the one, bro. Yeah. I just feel like, and I was talking to KC and I was telling him, like, bro, if that whole little situation with Post Slim and everything like them, I feel like that song would have been,
right.
I'm talking about, bro, I kind of want to do like a little reunion one day and just like release that song, just do a video, like an old school Atlanta video. I don't even care, bro. Like, just have fun, just do that.
Right, just have fun. And I mean, that's the game now too, just having fun,
Yeah, facts.
I think you should.
Fact. Now we all was in, like, bro, like, bro, we had the song, the Sack Chaser song.
Right.
We had so many songs, bro, at that time, bro, that was just, bro, it was just a fun time, bro. But like I said, bro, I'm excited to see what 2025 brings to you.
Yeah.
Also to myself, but like, I get motivated again when I see like my friends really doing stuff, like, you know what I'm saying. And that's again like when the dude asked me, he was like, bro, what, like, interviewing, what's the best part of interviewing? Like, bro, I get to interview y'all niggas, like, you know what I'm saying, and like y'all tell y'all story, and it's like, even if I wasn't a part of the story, it gives me a sense of encouragement, like, to keep going.
Right, and it should.
You know what I'm saying?
It should.
Man, tell the people where they can find you, bro.
Man, everywhere. On all social medias, it's the same. Backpack Miller. Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Just stay tuned for more. Like, yeah, I gotta.
And next time, bring your brother up here, bro.
Oh yeah,
I love that nigga, man.
Mula, man. Hey, he the motivation too, cause he
facts.
was pulling up and muscling up on these artists. You know, I ain't the one to do all that talking, but he was.
It's so crazy how Lil Bro is just like, bro. I just be on Instagram and I just see a nigga just shout him out, like, man, shout out my nigga Mula. I'm like, bro, like, this is really like my little brother, bro. And it's like he got respect out here, and it's funny, but it's like, it's real though.
Yeah, he behind the scene, but yeah, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have half the stuff. I mean, even the record I got with Lil Durk, he pushed up on Lil Durk when he was out in the club. Like, yo, you need to do a song with my brother. He's like, who is your brother? Went straight to the studio. Like,
damn. That's hard. That's hard, bro. Hey, man, thank you for coming to vibe with me. We could do part 2 too.
Yeah.
Bring bro up here. Let's just have a reunion. Let's just, next episode, non-formal. We just gonna have fun, bro.
Right,
for sure.
Just vibe out, man.
For sure. Hey, man, it's been another episode of Vibing with Vito. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on YouTube. Shout out to my sponsors, Ride Mushroom Coffee. Hey, if you guys want to improve your gut health and different things of that nature, hey, make sure you hit the link below. You already know the slogan, we vibrating higher.